When zombies took over the world, everyone freaked out, except our boy. Why? Because he's already lived through this nightmare once. Yep, my man got chewed up by zombies in his last life, respawned, and now he's back with trauma, memories, and the most down bad cheat code in history, the simp system. His special ability? A million cubic meter spatial space and a recruitment rule straight out of a dating app. He can only add hot baddies with real jobs. No talentless OnlyFans influencers allowed. And every time he recruits one, boom, his storage and stats double. Infinite loot, infinite power. While other survivors are saving their ass from zombies, he's out there raiding supermarkets, draining gas stations, and looting pharmacies like it's post-apocalypse Black Friday. He's stacking food, weapons, medicine, basically building Apocalypse Walmart Deluxe inside his magic pocket dimension. But here's the catch. Everything's not perfect. His regression twisted the timeline. Zombies are evolving faster. Safe zones are collapsing sooner. The world he came back to ain't the same one he died in. The story begins with some boring WHO broadcast, showing some grainy clips of people going crazy in Africa due to some shitty virus, and the whole world's like, meh, not my problem. Science will handle it. But for this one poor bastard, Xiao Yu, that boring news was a trigger. Bam. Dude gets hit with the ultimate flashback, a full-blown, high-definition memory download from a past life where he already lived through the whole zombie apocalypse. He died in that mess, and now he's been reborn as his old self, some nobody warehouse worker in S-City. And the kicker? He knows with 100% certainty that the T-virus isn't staying in Africa. The first major outbreak is popping off in his city. Today, our boy's got 10 days until the world officially goes to hell. His first thought, yeah, I'ma just head to the island and vibe. But then he remembers from his last life that these ain't your granddaddy's zombies. These things evolve. They learn to swim, climb, and even dig. There is no safe place. So just as he's about to have a full-on mental breakdown, thinking this rebirth is just a cosmic joke to make him suffer twice, a blinding light saves the day. A slick holographic system interface pops up. It's called the Goddess Squad system. Sounds like a cheap mobile game, but the mission is deadly serious. Activate it by killing one zombie. So our man Xiao Yu gets a grip. He uses his perfect future memory and remembers that at noon, two dudes at the local Su supermarket are turning into patient zero. This ain't a drill. He doesn't have a shotgun or a katana. He broke the emergency box's glass and grabs an axe. He heads to the warehouse and right on schedule, his fat manager starts convulsing. The guy's skin goes pale. His eyes turn as red as monkey's ass. And this new zombie immediately lunges at a terrified coworker, a girl named Sao Ran, who's screaming her lungs out. Our boy doesn't freeze. He swings that axe like his life depends on it, because it does. And bam, he caves the thing's head in with one brutal shot. The zombie drops. Silence. Then, the most beautiful sound in the world. A video game chime. Ding! System activated. One zombie killed. Goddess Squad officially online. As Sao Ran is crying from relief, the system lays out the rules and they are wild. To get power, he has to recruit women that are stunningly beautiful and are employed but not like some OnlyFans kind of talent. Each one gives him a unique power based on their job. It's like a corporate HR strategy for the apocalypse. Absolutely unhinged. But Xiao Yu isn't complaining. He knows a broken system when he sees one, and he's gonna abuse it. He immediately grabs Xiao Ran's hand and recruits her on the spot. A digital profile pops up, and Xiao Ran, rating 95. Damn, girl, the binding works. A massive surge of power floods his body, literally doubling his strength, and the first power they unlock. Not super speed or laser eyes. Bro gets a million cubic meters of infinite storage space. He's basically a walking warehouse now. Our boy Xiao Yu just went from zero to hero, and now he's staring at the system interface like he just won the lottery. And honestly, he kinda did, because his first recruit, that girl Xiao Ran he saved, came with a bonus that's straight up cheat codes, a personal pocket dimension, a warehouse so big it could fit your entire neighborhood and still have room for your mom's minivan. And thanks to the skill sharing perk, their combined storage is a mind-blowing 2 million cubic meters. Bro went from how do I survive to how much of this city can I fit in my back pocket in 5 seconds flat. For the first time since he got yeeted back into this zombie hellscape, our man sees a path that doesn't end with him being someone's dinner. His eyes glaze over with pure, unadulterated greed as he scans the actual physical warehouse around him. The shelves are stacked sky-high with food, clothes, medicine, gear, and a single beautiful thought crosses his mind. I'm taking it all. He's so lost in his loot goblin fantasy that Xiao Ran's trembling voice snaps him back to reality. She's thanking him for, not letting her get her face eaten. With all the dramatic flair of a movie hero, he officially welcomes her to the glorious Goddess Squad, membership 2, and pumps her full of that sweet, sweet double strength juice. But then her face drops. A red system warning pops up in her vision, and it's not messing around. If Leader Xiao Yu dies or fires you, you lose everything. Sucks to be you. Our boy is surprised she can see the system's fine print, but he doesn't sugarcoat it. He tells her straight up, yeah, I gave you this power. Our fates are literally linked now. Don't screw this up. Then, playing the ultimate trust-building card, he goes full transparency mode. He shows her the whole system interface, the stats, the bonuses, her insane storage skill. The fear in her eyes starts to mix with awe. but she's still got that pesky thing called a conscience. She hesitates when he lays out the master plan. We're gonna rob this warehouse blind, right now. So he drops the truth bomb, no filter. The apocalypse isn't coming. It's here. In a few hours, money is toilet paper, and this company you're so loyal to won't exist. The people who don't grab stuff now, they're gonna die, full of regret. And as if on cue, the universe provides the soundtrack. A fresh wave of screams, shattering glass, and inhuman snarls erupts from the supermarket outside. The abstract horror just got very, very real. That was the final push. Xiao Ran's face goes from pale to determined. She looks him dead in the eye and says, I believe you. The partnership is sealed. It's go time. First step, Xiao Yu smashes the surveillance system with his trusty dented fire extinguisher. No witnesses. Second step, loot. He lays his hand on a giant pallet of canned peaches, focuses, and whoosh, the entire several-ton load vanishes into their pocket dimension. The city outside is becoming a buffet for the undead, but inside, it's Black Friday for the apocalypse. The king and his first goddess are officially open for business. The looting arc is officially in session. Our dynamic duo is going absolutely feral in this warehouse. Xiao Ran is waving her hands around like a wizard, and entire shelves of food are just poof, vanishing into their personal pocket dimension. What used to take a forklift and 3 guys all day, she does with a flick of the wrist. The girl is high on the power, and honestly, who can blame her? Xiao Yu is playing foreman, calling out the premium targets like a pro. Forget the fancy stuff. Give me the instant noodles, the beef jerky, the high-calorie garbage that'll keep us alive. They strip the snack aisle cleaner than a Black Friday sale, leaving nothing but dust and empty shelves. But here's the catch. Using their cheat code power drains their mental energy bar. A deep fatigue starts creeping in. Our boy, with his 200 IQ future knowledge, immediately adapts. Switch to the dense stuff. Salt. We need all the salt. Because in the apocalypse, salt is going to be worth more than your crypto portfolio. Then, Xiao Ran has a galaxy brain moment. Instead of taking items one by one, she just takes the whole shelf. The entire 6-meter-long metal rack and everything on it just disappears in one go. She just discovered the select all button for real life. Xiao Yu's jaw hits the floor. Then he grins like a maniac. This changes everything. They can clear this place out in minutes, not hours. The grind just got a major XP boost. The fear is gone, replaced by the pure, uncut adrenaline of being the best loot goblins in history. They go on a rampage. Seasonings, grains, cooking oil, even the premium booze and cigs. Nothing is safe. The warehouse is now a hollow, echoing shell. They're sweating, panting from the mental strain, but they're winning. Then our boy pries open the freezer door. A blast of icy mist hits them. And what does this absolute legend do? He tells her to wait so their sweat can dry. Chill for a sec or we'll turn into popsicles. Even in the apocalypse, my guy is thinking about practicalities. Xiao Ran is looking at him with a new level of respect. In that frozen moment, she asks him the real question. You're really taking me with you, right? And he doesn't give her some corny, dramatic speech. He hits her with a confident, almost teasing. You're my first contracted partner. You're stuck with me. That's all she needed to hear. Loyalty maxed out. They suit up and clear out the entire freezer. Sides of beef, frozen veggies, seafood, gone. Then the mall's PA system crackles to life. Evacuate immediately. Avoid the second floor. Chaos erupts. Pure, unadulterated panic. People are screaming, shoving, trampling each other to get out. And what does our Sigma protagonist do? He looks at Xiao Ran and says, follow me, we're going to the second floor. While everyone else is running away from the zombies like beta scrubs, Xiao Yu is walking towards the danger. He knows the secret. Right now, there are only 2 zombies. They're not airborne yet. This isn't a full-blown outbreak, it's a limited time opportunity. He shields her with his body, carving a path against the tide of screaming noobs. Her hands are clutching the back of his jacket for dear life. The mall is pure chaos, a symphony of screams, people getting trampled, and one zombie just going to town on some poor soul. It's a beta's worst nightmare, but our boy Xiao Yu, he's not scared, he's calculating. While everyone else sees a monster, he sees a distraction, a perfect chance to dip. He grabs Xiao Ran and pulls her into a side hall. We don't need to fight this one, he whispers, cold as ice. The cops will handle it. It's not contagious yet. Our only job is to loot. They head for the fire escape, but it's a total noob trap, jammed with a panicking crowd all pushing against a locked door. It's a lost cause. So what does our Sigma do? He pivots. He pulls her to a balcony overlooking a delivery zone 1 floor down. And without even a watch this, my man just vaults over the railing and drops like it's a 2-foot hop. His system-enhanced body makes it look easy. He looks up at Xiao Ran. Jump. I'll catch you. She trusts him, leaps, and he catches her like she's made of feathers. For a split second, the world stops. He's surprised how light she is, and how nice it feels. She blushes hard, stuttering a thanks. Bros, was that a spark? Maybe. But there's no time for that. Police sirens wail. The city is going into full lockdown. We have to move, he barks. Once they seal the city, we're trapped. Their next target is the Lianhui supermarket warehouse. But when they get there, it's already half looted. Xiao Ran sighs. It's cleared out. Our boy doesn't even flinch. This is nothing. The main stockpile's in the suburbs, but a police convoy spots them. A cop yells yells through a bullhorn for them to get off the streets. Xiao Ran panics. Do we try another store? Xiao Yu shakes his head. No, the military is deploying. It's pointless to move in daylight. We rest now, we strike at night. The discipline on this guy is unreal. Xiao Ran, being a bit of a noob, suggests she goes back to her own place. He shuts that down instantly. You're staying with me. The city is about to be sealed shut. If you leave now, you won't get out. You'll be trapped. Then where do we go? She asked. The outskirts. Fewer people, easier to escape when the real shit hits the fan. Her eyes light up. The Jinhu Hotel. It's on that artificial island in the southern lake. Xiao Yu smirks. Good thinking. Only one bridge in. It'll be guarded, but the lake is wide. At night, we cross by boat. The man always has a plan. Let's go, before the buses stop running. As they hustle through the dying city, the big wigs in the government hall are finally realizing how screwed they are. Reports are coming in. Over 100 biting cases, hundreds dead in just 2 hours. The police system has collapsed. They admit the virus has mutated. The order comes down, full lockdown. No one leaves S City. Soldiers snap to attention. The city is officially a cage, but our two protagonists, they're already ghosts, moving toward the edge. For everyone else, this is the end of the world. For Xiao Yu, the hunt is just beginning. While our main duo is making their big brain move to the outskirts, let's check in on another clown show happening just down the road. We've got this spoiled rich brat named Charlie from Samland, speeding in his obnoxiously expensive car. He's drunk off his ass, treating the apocalypse like his personal VIP party. His poor secretary is riding shotgun, white-knuckling it, watching her phone blow up with reports of biting incidents and a citywide lockdown. She's begging this fool to turn back to the city center. But Charlie? He just grins, brushing her off. He's too busy bragging about some goods he smuggled into the country, loving the chaos. Then, things get real. Homeboy starts scratching his arm like he's got a nasty rash, but it's not a rash. Dark spiderweb veins start crawling up his skin. His flesh starts tearing open under his own nails. His eyes glaze over to that milky white we all know and fear. The smug rich kid is gone, replaced by a full-blown slobbering zombie. The secretary doesn't need a second invitation. She bails out of the car, kicks off her heels, and books it barefoot on the rough asphalt. But of course, she eats pavement, twisting her ankle. She's done for. Just as zombie Charlie is about to make her his appetizer, she spots two legends on a stolen scooter, Xiao Yu and Xiao Ran. She screams for help. Our boy Xiao Yu doesn't even blink. He tells Xiao Ran to stay back, snatches a metal axe off the roadside, and charges. He moves in, a blur of enhanced speed, and gets between the monster and the girl. But here's the plot twist. As Xiao Yu faces this thing, his future knowledge brain is screaming. This isn't right. The T-virus isn't supposed to make carriers this fast or this violent this early. The timeline is already messed up. No time to dwell. He circles the growling freak, and with one clean, brutal swing, he lops its head clean off. The head rolls right up to the secretary's feet. Free souvenir. The immediate threat is gone, but he's not celebrating. He's analyzing the corpse like a scientist. His past life knowledge is screaming that this level of violent infection isn't supposed to happen for another 5 days. The conclusion? His very presence, his rebirth, is already messing with the timeline. The butterfly effect is real, and it just turned the apocalypse dial to hardcore. His cheat sheet for the future is getting scribbled all over. Meanwhile, Xiao Ran is playing nurse to the rescued secretary, Han Kexen. The woman is trembling, thanking them for saving her life. Xiao Yu, cool as ever, brushes it off. But then he gets a good look at her. Delicate features, poised grace, intelligent eyes, and his system brain immediately goes high-value target. This is prime Goddess Squad material. He cuts to the chase. What's your job? She says, a secretary. Internally, our man is doing backflips. A secretary? Perfect. He tells her he needs to touch her hand for something important. She's confused but agrees. The moment he does, bing, the system activates. Blue interface pops up. Name, Han Kexen. Profession, female secretary. Overall score, 96. Another win. The squad gains a member and our boy gets his stats doubled. Again, that's a 4x multiplier from his original self. He's becoming a demigod. The new skill list drops. And it's broken. Psychic Charm level 1. He can mentally control people. His mind immediately races, no more worrying about blockades or armed guards. He can just make them let him through. This is a complete game changer. Han Kexen, already back in professional mode, addresses him as captain and promises full cooperation. What a legend. With police sirens wailing, sealing the city's lockdown, Xiao Yu decides it's time for that hotel. And here's the kicker. Han Kexen reveals the zombie she was with, Charlie, had a reserved presidential suite at the Jinhu. And since he's currently headless, finders keepers. Xiao Yu laughs. A free presidential suite? A pillow falling right into his lap. Han Kexen, proving her worth instantly, grabs the keys to the dead guy's luxury car, slides into the driver's seat, and executes a perfect, tire-screeching U-turn. Captain Gettin, we're going to the hotel. Xiao Ran is fangirling, calling her the coolest. The trio speeds off into the night. A warehouse manager, a secretary, and the apocalypse king with mind control powers. The grind is over. The dominance era has officially begun. The squad then rolls up to the Golden Lake Hotel, a 5-star monument to a world that's already dead. It's all marble floors and crystal chandeliers, standing in stark contrast to the city burning outside. Xiao Ran's eyes are popping out of her head. She's never seen this level of luxury, especially not since the world ended. Our boy Xiao Yu, acting like the CEO of the apocalypse, calmly assigns rooms. He gives the big master bedroom to the girls and takes the smaller guest room for himself. No ego, just pure, pragmatic leadership. Han Kexen, the ultimate professional, immediately takes charge of their new base. She's handling logistics and making sure everyone rests. Xiao Ran is just in awe of the captain's humble, no-nonsense vibe. A few hours later, when full darkness falls, Han Kexen wakes him. "Captain, dinner's ready." They gather for some meager rations while she briefs him. Full martial law is in effect. The city is locked down tight, soldiers on every corner. Their hotel is under enforced quarantine, no problem. The team gears up to head out, but Xiao Ran peeks outside and panics. The entrance is blocked by armored vehicles and a squad of heavily armed soldiers. Xiao Yu doesn't even blink. "Don't worry," he says with a smirk. "Just follow my lead." They approach the exit. A soldier barks, "Stop! Martial law. Return to your rooms." Our boy's expression turns ice cold. "I'm sent from above," he states, oozing authority. They approach the exit. He lifts his hand in a subtle gesture. Psychic charm activated. The soldier's eyes glaze over. He turns to his buddies. "Their leader's sent from above. Let them pass." Another guard mutters, "What rank are they?" The charmed soldier snaps, "Classified. Don't ask." And just like that, the trio walks right through the checkpoint. Mind control is the ultimate VIP pass. Once they're clear, Xiao Ran laughs in disbelief. "Wow, since when were we sent from above?" Xiao Yu just grins. "I'll explain later." Han Kexen gets behind the wheel, and they speed through the silent, militarized streets. Xiao Ran checks the GPS. "Captain, are we heading to the slaughterhouse?" "Yes," he confirms. "We're raiding it tonight. Fresh meat is gold, and our warehouse can keep it fresh forever." The man's logic is flawless. While everyone else is hiding, he's thinking about his long-term steak supply. They pass another checkpoint, and the soldiers don't even look twice, assuming they're top-level operatives. The psychic charm's passive effect is still paying dividends. They arrive at the Xingxing slaughterhouse, a huge fortified complex guarded by private security. The first guard yells at them to stop, demanding ID and special permits. 2 more guards join him, getting hostile. "If you don't have clearance, get out." Xiao Yu's mind races. He charmed a guard that grabbed the most aggressive guard by the collar. Before anyone can react, the guard he charmed suddenly headbutts his own colleague right in the face. A violet light flares in her eyes. With one subtle psychic push, she makes the 2 guards stumble right into each other. Their skulls connect and they drop like sacks of potatoes. More guards come running, but they're just bowling pins for her. She takes them all down with cold, calculated precision, leaving a pile of sleeping security on the concrete. Xiao Yu gives her a nod of approval. The woman is a silent, elegant weapon. She just calmly says to leave the small fries to her from now on. Xiao Ran is practically fangirling, calling her amazing. Inside the slaughterhouse, it's freezing. Xiao Ran gets a little too excited and goes for the main freezer door, but Xiao Yu stops her. "Remember last time? You almost became a popsicle. Get some insulated clothes first." She nods, a little embarrassed, while Han Kexen takes up her post as lookout. When they finally get the door open, it's a beautiful sight. Racks upon racks of prime meat glistening under the frosty lights. Xiao Ran's eyes go wide. "We're rich," she squeals. But our boy Xiao Yu is already 10 steps ahead. He calls her short-sighted. "This is just one. We're hitting 8 slaughterhouses before dawn." Xiao Ran doesn't care. She's in foodie heaven, bouncing around and naming pork cuts like a gourmet chef, already dreaming of barbecue and braised ribs. Internally, Xiao Yu dubs her the foodie as they start loading everything into their pocket dimension. Just as they take a breather, a guttural roar shatters the quiet. One of the guards they knocked out is lurching to his feet, but he's not a guard anymore. His skin is gray, eyes milky, veins bulging. He's turned. The infection is accelerating. Even the unconscious aren't safe anymore. The zombie charges Han Kexen, but she doesn't flinch. Her eyes flare with psychic power. She hits it with a mental charm mid-lunge, freezing it in its tracks. The thing twitches, confused, trapped in its own dead body. Then, in a horrifying twist, its own hand grabs a butcher's knife from a nearby place, lifts it high, and plunges it straight through its own skull. It drops dead, again. A heavy silence falls. The team's coordination is flawless, but this changes everything. The T-virus is mutating faster than anyone predicted. Every human they meet from now on is a potential time bomb. The slaughterhouse is now cleared, but Xiao Yu's brain is already on to the next problem. He's watching Han Kexen, impressed by her mind control skills, but a cold, calculating thought hits him. What if she ever tries that on me? He quickly remembers the system's rule. If he dies, the whole squad loses their powers. That's his safety net. But in the apocalypse, you don't take chances. So he calls her over and drops the bomb. "Use your mental charm on me." She's shocked. "Captain, that's inappropriate." But he insists. He needs proof. She finally gives in, her eyes flaring with psychic energy. You asked for it. She unleashes the full force of her will, commanding him to jump. And our boy? He doesn't even flinch. He stands there, a statue, completely unmoved. She pours every ounce of power she has into it, sweat beading on her brow, but it's like trying to push a mountain. Nothing. Xiao Yu grins, satisfied. The test is over. His quadruple amplified stats and iron will make him completely immune. He's the one true king of this squad. With that settled, it's back to business. But just as they're about to leave, the cops show up. A full squad, guns drawn, shouting, "Freeze!" Xiao Yu raises his hands, cool as ever, claiming they're just there on business. It's the perfect distraction. Han Kexen's eyes glow, and she hits the lead officer with a psychic command. His eyes go blank. He gets on the radio and starts lying through his teeth, reporting a mysterious disturbance and clearing our team of all wrongdoing. He even registers their car as an official vehicle, authorized to bypass all checkpoints. Just like that, the police become their personal escort service. They speed away, and the real raid begins. It's an all-night citywide meat heist. They hit slaughterhouse after slaughterhouse. Dahong, Xingxing, Wanshun, Peggy, stripping them clean. Xiao Ran is in foodie heaven, stuffing their pocket dimension with mountains of pork, beef, and mutton. By dawn, the tally is in. 550 tons of pork, 120 tons of beef, 45 tons of mutton. Xiao Ran is giddy. Xiao Yu leans back, a silent king surveying his kingdom. This isn't just a haul, it's the foundation of their empire. In one night, they've secured the first real fortune of the apocalypse, a mountain of meat that'll make them the undisputed rulers of the wasteland. The grind is paying off. Our boy Xiao Yu just pulled off the greatest meat heist in apocalypse history, but his brain is already on the next grind. 700 tons of meat? Not enough. He's thinking bigger, more squad members, a permanent base, a whole safe zone. The man is building an empire while everyone else is just trying not to get eaten. Back at the Golden Lake Hotel, it's a whole different vibe. The city is burning, but inside it's pure luxury. Xiao Ran is living her best life in a steamy bath, and Han Kexen is being her usual efficient self, reheating buns like a pro. Then Xiao Ran calls for the captain. He walks in and freezes. The man is faced with his greatest challenge yet. Both women are in bathrobes, hair damp, skin flushed from the heat. For a single glorious second, the unflappable apocalypse king is shook. His composure cracks. He has to physically look away and give himself a mental pep talk. Discipline over desire, man. We've got supplies to grab. He coughs, muttering to himself that better days are coming if he can just survive this test. Even when a cheerfully oblivious Xiao Ran waves him over, his iron will hold firm. Sigma grind set stays on, even in a 5-star suite. Meanwhile, over at the S-City Command Center, it's pure panic. The big wigs are finally realizing how screwed they are. The virus has mutated again. Now it can resurrect the recently dead. A single bite starts an unstoppable chain reaction. Reinforcements from another city have already failed. The governor is furious, ordering total lockdowns. But then they get the weirdest report of all. 10 major slaughterhouses have been completely cleaned out. Over 700 tons of meat gone. No trucks, no traces. The surveillance footage is spotless. It's a ghost operation. The governor demands to know who did it. His aide tells him the perpetrators are marked as classified at a level even he can't access. They're staying at the Golden Lake Hotel, but when he tries to investigate, the trail goes ice cold. The guards who saw anything have all died in convenient car crashes or been left permanently mute with unexplained concussions. The investigation is dead on arrival. Furious and defeated, the governor has to drop it and focus on the collapsing city. Our trios officially slipped through the government's fingers. Back at the hotel, Xiao Yu wakes up late, hits a quick workout to shake off the fatigue, and decides it's time to get the squad moving. He knocks on the girl's door. Han Kexen answers, groggy. Next to her, Xiao Ran is still dead asleep, muttering about meat buns and snoring. Han Kexen panics a little and shakes her awake. Xiao Ran whines, "I'm hurt. Where are my buns?" Our flustered captain can't handle it. He turns on his heel and retreats, shouting over his shoulder for them to hurry up while he goes to wash his face, his ears burning bright red. The city is falling apart outside, but in their suite, it's a moment of almost normal peace, a quiet breath before the night falls and the hunt begins again. The king and his goddesses are just across from Xiao Yu, his eyes doing a full body scan, taking in the youth, the calm posture, the quiet I'm the main character energy. He drops the question everyone's dying to know, who are you really? And who's your sugar daddy? Xiao Yu keeps that faint smile, not a single crack in the armor. Inside, he's running the numbers. Running or lying just makes you look guilty. The only play is total, absolute control. So he decides to end the debate. Permanently. Without changing his expression, he flips the switch on his mental charm. An invisible wave just rewires the governor's brain, bending his perception like a sidewalk in summer heat. A second later, Xiao Yu is casually holding up a pristine high-level National Security Bureau ID. The classification, the rank, the codes, it's so flawless it practically screams classified scrub. The governor's skepticism just evaporates. That 555-level clearance is radiating more legitimacy than a presidential seal. His whole face does a 180 respect, a little fear, and an instant apology for the misunderstanding. Han Kexin and Xiao Ren are just standing there laughing faintly, watching in silent awe as Xiao Yu's calculated lie works with terrifying surgical precision. With the illusion locked in, Xiao Yu makes the ID vanish and leans in, his tone all confidence. He tells the governor he's deep in the Slaughterhouse investigation and needs a pass to move freely. Under the charm's influence, the governor folds faster than a cheap suit, issuing an unrestricted National Security Bureau pass with that same elite classification. Xiao Yu pockets it with quiet satisfaction. This little piece of paper just turned the entire city into his personal open-world map. Hours later, their ride is crawling through the tense streets of S-City. Military convoys are rumbling past, checkpoints are multiplying like rabbits, and soldiers are patrolling with rifles ready for a party nobody wanted. Han Kexin points out the insane security surge, but Xiao Yu already knows the script. The virus is mutating out of control. The city is on life support. But none of that is slowing the grind. They pull up to another frozen goods warehouse, and Xiao Yu's precision turns the op into a speedrun. Using his psychic power, he mindjacks two guards and makes them blast every surveillance camera with pinpoint gunfire. Other guards charge in, screaming, only to trip and faceplant the concrete before getting neutralized. In seconds, the whole place is on lockdown. Xiao Yu lets out a cool breath and calls the play. Xiao Ran is to stuff 3 entire refrigerated trucks into her spatial warehouse, while Xiao Yu is on gun collection duty. He gets to work, nerves tight but confidence growing as he stacks the iron. Xiao Yu hands Xiao Ren a gun, his voice steady as he tells her it's time to learn. But before she can even process it, screams rip through the warehouse entrance. Workers come stumbling in, shouting the 2 words that change everything: zombies. They've already turned 2 people into chew toys. The infection is here. Han Kexin's alarm is barely a whisper before Xiao Yu's expression turns to absolute zero. He draws his weapon, kicks open the heavy freezer doors, and barks the order to follow. The air inside is freezing, thick with pure dread and the sound of dragging footsteps. What started as a smooth heist just turned into a fight for survival in a frozen tomb. The quiet in that frozen warehouse got absolutely deleted. Workers are screaming and scattering while a fresh batch of zombies lurches in. Movements clumsy but 100% deadly. Xiao Yu's eyes lock on. It's the T-virus, the special edition that turns your recently deceased into mindless munchers. No time for small talk. He barks the order to start the fight, and he himself, trying to be a hero, swings an axe and plants it deep in a zombie's skull. The thing gets stuck, and he can't pull it free. Rookie move. Our boy doesn't even blink. As another zombie approaches him, he sends him flying with a devastating kick. He then takes out an assault rifle from his inventory, chambers a round with a cold clack, and unleashes a controlled burst. Pop, pop, pop. Each bullet punches through rotting skulls with surgical precision until the last corpse hits the floor. His mind is ice cold, filing away the data. Overwhelming firepower is still the king of the apocalypse. Han Kexin looks a little green at the carnage, admitting she'd rather make the zombies fight each other than pull the trigger herself. Xiao Yu just tells her she'll get used to it. Adaptation is not a suggestion. With the last zombie down, Han Kexin yanks the axe free, and Xiao Yu gets them back on mission. Xiao Ran opens her space warehouse and starts vacuuming up the goods: pork, beef, poultry, until over 8,000 tons of frozen meat just vanishes into the void. She's exhausted but beaming, looking like she just won the apocalypse lottery. As they drive off, Xiao Yu's gaze is locked on the city's skyline, smoke painting the horizon. He knows the score. In his last life, S-City held out for 6 days, but his little rebirth stunt has kicked the timeline into overdrive. He calculates they've got 3, maybe 4 days tops before this whole place goes belly up. If they wait for the fall, the fleeing authorities will loot everything that's left, so his plan is simple. Hit every major storage site before the music stops. Overhead, the drone of aircraft fills the air as paratroopers drop onto rooftops, a desperate Hail Mary by the government. Xiao Yu knows it's just delaying the inevitable. He orders the team to keep moving until he spots an abandoned armored personnel carrier on the roadside and asks Han Kexin to stop by that tank. The tank is stained with dried blood, telling a silent story of a crew that turned on each other. Xiao Ran's eyes light up like it's Christmas. She immediately asks if they can take it, calling it ownerless. Our boy smirks at her shameless opportunism. The vehicle's heavy plating and space make it a perfect mobile fortress. One command, and Xiao Yu stashes the entire war machine into her dimensional pocket, absolutely unhinged. As they get ready to roll out, Xiao Ran puts on a full pout, stomping her foot and whining that she wanted to be the one to claim something that cool. Xiao Yu just laughs, promising her the next big score. Their banter is a pocket of weird, defiant lightness in the middle of all the decay. Outside, the city is literally rotting, flames and sirens painting a picture of the end. But inside their ride, a small, cold, united team is already planning the next heist, ready to strip this dying city bare before the final curtain falls. Inside the S-City Emergency Command Center, Chaos had gotten a promotion and was now wearing a suit. The main screen was lit up like a death scoreboard, flashing numbers from every district. Over 6,000 confirmed dead, and the counter was ticking up faster than a viewbot on a streamer's channel. Governor Guo Xiao Shao stood there, his face a perfect portrait of "we are so utterly screwed." He finally said the quiet part out loud. The city was done. The real kicker? The infection's incubation period meant the guy standing next to you could be a zombie in waiting. Paranoia was the new official policy. When an officer rushed in babbling about reinforcements from the Ministry of Defense, a tiny spark of hope flickered in Guo's eyes. Then he heard the number, 1,000 soldiers. 1,000. The ministry was stretched thinner than budget toilet paper across the whole country. Guo just slumped against the table, muttering that they'd hold for one more day. It sounded less like an order and more like a prayer. He laid out the final, desperate play. If they can't stop the outbreak by tomorrow night, they're pulling the plug. The government will loot all the remaining cold storage and granaries, consolidate whatever's left of the army, and bounce. They're leaving 800,000 civilians to their fate, lifting the lockdown just so the masses can scatter and die outside the city walls. His officer hesitated, but he just waved him off, demanding only two things: his family brought to him in a helicopter on standby. Alone, he stared out the window at the dark skyline. But he wasn't really alone. Behind him, his aides started twitching, a low growl tearing from his throat. By the time Guo turned around, confusion shifting to pure horror, the aide's body was doing a full-body contortion into a monster. The thing lunged. Guo screamed for guards. The doors burst open, and Guo ordered an open fire. The gunfire then absolutely shredded the room. The transformed aide convulsed under a hailstorm of bullets before finally slumping to the floor. Guo, gasping for air, just ordered the corpse dragged away. The other officers stood there, pale and silent. If the virus could breach the governor's inner sanctum, nowhere was safe. The chain of command wasn't a shield anymore. It was a countdown timer. Meanwhile, in a random high-rise apartment, the apocalypse was getting personal. A girl named Anna was spamming her parents' phone, her hands shaking with each unanswered ring. Then she heard it, a faint growl from behind the bathroom door. The handle started rattling, then scratching, then the sound of wood splintering. She froze. Her roommate, Wang Shui, had turned. The stench of decay poured into the room as a pale, blood-smeared arm punched through the door, clawing at the air. Anna scrambled back onto her bed, eyes darting between the main door and the breaking bathroom frame. She was trapped. The exit was right next to the monster's snack bar. Her mind raced in hopeless circles. Stay? Become zombie chow. Run? Get caught mid-step. She spun to look at the window. The 30th floor. An express ticket to the pavement. Stuck between getting infected and getting splattered, all she could do was whisper desperate pleas into a world that had already stopped listening. Down below, S-City kept burning. From the top of the government to a single apartment, the virus had stripped away every last illusion. Civilization wasn't falling with a bang. It was rotting from the inside out, one terrified heartbeat at a time. Back in the shattered apartment, Anna's personal nightmare hit its final boss. The bathroom door finally gave way, splintering into pieces as the infected Wang Shui stumbled out, leaving bloody smears on the floor with every clumsy step. Anna, her heart trying to punch its way out of her chest, had crammed herself into the darkness of a bedroom closet. Peeking through the crack, she watched the thing shuffle around, its low, guttural moans filling the silence like a death chant. Every breath she took sounded like a foghorn in her own ears. Her trembling fingers patted her pockets for her phone, only to remember she'd left it on the sofa. Total despair washed over her. Opening the door meant instant death. No calls for help, no escape. All she could do was press her lips together and pray the thing didn't zero in on the sound of her frantic heartbeat. Meanwhile, on the other side of the burning city, in the cushy presidential suite of the Jinhu Hotel, Xiao Yu was already 2 hours deep into a power nap. His body was recharged, but his mind was already locked onto the next mission. Evening had fallen, the city outside putting on a show of fake calm. He scarfed down some food, glancing at Xiao Ran and Han Kexen still knocked out cold beside him. They'd pushed way past their limits. They needed the rest. But then, crash. The unmistakable sound of shattering glass snapped his head toward the corridor. He barked at Kexen to guard Xiao Ran and stepped out to see what fresh hell had arrived. The hallway looked like a butcher's shop after a riot. A small horde of zombies was having an all-you-can-eat buffet on the hotel guests, tearing into flesh with wet, disgusting sounds. One girl, half-pinned and shaking, locked eyes with Xiao Yu. Her voice cracked as she begged for the one thing left, death. "Please, kill me," she sobbed. He saw the zombie's cruel game, devouring organs but keeping the victim conscious just long enough to feel it all. No hesitation. He raised his rifle and gave her a clean, merciful exit with one shot. The gunshot was a dinner bell for every undead thing in the hall. The whole horde turned toward him, their growls deepening into a hungry chorus. Behind him, Kexen shouted a warning and a wide-eyed Xiao Ran appeared in the doorway. But Xiao Yu didn't back up. As the first zombie lunged, he stepped forward, his axe flashing in a deadly arc that split rotting skulls like overripe melons. His enhanced strength made it look easy. Zombies dropped left and right until the corridor was just a carpet of corpses. Standing there in the middle of the carnage, his breathing steady, he thought with cold clarity about how much stronger he'd become. The apocalypse had turned survival into pure instinct, mercy into a tactical choice, and death into just another part of the daily grind. Xiao Yu told the girls to shake it off and move. The clock was always ticking. Their ride cut through the city, distant explosions and the heavy thud of machine gun fire providing the soundtrack. The army was putting up a fight, but you could tell they were losing the war. The nav screen lit up with the next target, a gold storage facility. Our man told his exhausted crew to save their energy, stay sharp, and crash the second they felt the drain. The highway stretched out before them, a road sign flashing the distance to Beijing, a cold reminder that safety was a long, long way away. Hours later, they wrapped up the raid at a massive cold storage complex. Xiao Yu did the mental math, over 14,000 tons of meat, plus thousands more in veggies, fruit, and eggs. A king's ransom in supplies, but the cost was written on their faces. 15 hours straight of pure grind. In the distance, the rat-a-tat of machine guns and the crump of grenades confirmed it. The T-virus was winning. By the time they rolled back to the Jinhu Hotel at dawn, they were running on fumes. Xiao Yu gave the order, clean up, then lights out. The suite doors clicked shut, sealing them in temporary safety. Next door, Anna heard those doors close. Still trapped in her dark closet, a fresh wave of despair hit her. They moved and gunfire had drowned it all out. Now hunger, fear, and her screaming bladder broke her. When she heard their door open, her mind screamed, "They're leaving." Survival instinct took over. She pushed the closet door open with shaking hands. The sound of running water from the bathroom meant the infected thing was in there. This was her only shot. Her heart hammered as she burst out, snatched a heavy blanket from her bed, and made a break for the exit. But just as she reached the door, the bathroom exploded open and the zombie lunged with a feral roar. Anna didn't freeze. She spun and hurled the blanket over its head, tangling the creature, and ran out from that room. She then made a raw, terrified scream rip from her throat as she shouted for help with everything she had left. Our girl Anna is having a day, trapped in her own apartment with a ravenous zombie for 24 hours. She's not just running for her life, she's already a pro, having managed to blind the thing with a clever trap. But a blind zombie is still a zombie, and it's currently turning her home into a deadly obstacle course. Next door, our trio hears the commotion. Anna's frantic screams for them to run and hide. But Xiao Yu? He just peeks through the door, cool as ice. His only thought, so I wasn't hallucinating. There really is a zombie next door. Then he drops the logic bomb. Hey, why are you running? This zombie is already blind. The man is assessing the situation like it's a chessboard, not a blood-soaked nightmare. And he's impressed. Surviving a day with that thing? Blinding it? This new girl has brains. Anna's first instinct is to call in the military muscle they brought along. A solid, normal plan. But Han Kexen steps up, ready to flex her new psychic powers. Xiao Yu shoots it down instantly. No, it'll get blood everywhere. The man is already thinking about real estate value in the apocalypse. His solution? Let it jump off by itself. Anna is just staring at them. She thinks she's stumbled into a group of lunatics. Make the zombie jump? Did she hit her head? Then Han Kexen activates her mental charm. Her eyes glow, and the impossible happens. The zombie stops, turns, and shuffles obediently toward the broken window on the 30th floor. Anna's brain short-circuits. She can only watch, jaw on the floor, as the zombie takes a swan dive into the sky. Whoosh! Boom! Problem solved. No mess, no fuss. Anna is left utterly shook, staring at this squad like they're gods who can command reality itself. And Xiao Yu? He's just checking her out, thinking, this woman, she's goddess-level beautiful too. Ever the strategist, he gets straight to business. What did you do before? She stammers that she was a dealer at the hotel casino. His eyes light up, a rare profession. That's exactly what his system loves. He activates his team interface. The system scans her, and jackpot, a 96 overall rating. Anna is officially in the professional goddess squad, and her entry reward is insane. Xiao Yu's attributes double instantly. Anna is flooded with power and a confusing new HUD. Her new skill? Cardmaster. She can throw explosive red cards, penetrating yellow cards, and stunning blue cards. But the real prize is her passive attribute. The whole team now has a chance to loot lucky chips from zombies, which can be exchanged for weapons and gear. Xiao Yu's mind is racing. Loot drops? This solves everything. He doesn't waste a second. Test it quickly. Let's go downstairs. He's already heading for the exit, leaving utterly bewildered Anna with the other girls. But Anna has a more pressing matter to attend to. After holding it for a whole day, she makes a frantic dash for the bathroom. The relief is palpable. From the other side of the door, Xiao Yu coughs awkwardly, his ears probably turning red again. Her new teammate Xiao Ran checks on her. Anna, are you okay? Anna, finally, truly safe for the first time, lets out a deep sigh. I'm fine. The nightmare is over. The grind is just beginning, and the squad just added a devastatingly beautiful card master to their roster. Our girl Anna is having a full-blown existential crisis, and honestly, who can blame her? One minute she's fighting for her life, the next, a mysterious captain grabs her hand and unlocks superhuman power straight into her veins. She's flexing her fingers, feeling energy crackle, and summoning playing cards that slice through concrete like it's butter. Her mind is officially blown, and her first thought, my God, I had no idea he was so strong. Her perception of Xiao Yu has just done a full 180, from possibly crazy survivor to absolute power broker. But then the cold, hard system message flashes in her mind. If the captain dies or kicks her out, she's back to being a damsel in distress. The math is terrifyingly simple. Her new mantra? I must protect Captain Xiao Yu. In this apocalypse, her loyalty isn't just valuable, it's her only lifeline. Meanwhile, Xiao Yu is playing apocalyptic sugar daddy, and the system is delivering. A full set of magical girl outfits for the whole professional goddess squad. We're talking self-cleaning, self-repairing, temperature-regulated gear that comes with built-in combat skills. It's the ultimate utility drop. The girls are loving it. Xiao Ran is trying and failing to tear her warehouse manager uniform. Han Kexin is discovering she can run a marathon in her secretary heels, and Anna is already doing card flourishes in her sleek dealer fit. The squad is locked, loaded, and looking fabulous. Their first test run comes immediately. Down in the hotel lobby, a fresh zombie is causing a panic. Guards are screaming for the military, but Xiao Yu sees a golden opportunity. With Anna on the team, everyone can get loot from monsters. Perfect time to test it. While everyone else is panicking, Xiao Yu steps up. With a flick of his wrist, a single playing card zips through the air, guided by his will, and takes the zombie down with a single, precise strike. It's clean, it's efficient, and it's utterly badass. The system pings instantly. A lucky chip has been looted and converted. Seconds later, Xiao Yu is admiring a razor-sharp tactical knife that just materialized in their inventory. Anna's looting ability is a success. Han Kexin has to scold him for playing with knives in the car, but the point is made. Their grinding potential just went through the roof. But the mood sobers fast. The city outside their window is in freefall. Robberies, zombie hordes, it's pure chaos. Xiao Yu lays down the law. We need to stockpile more supplies, increase our strength. It's not just about survival anymore, it's about building a fortress in the storm. Their first big target? The grain station. But as they screech to a halt outside the massive, silent complex, the vibe is all wrong. No noise, no movement. Just an eerie, oppressive quiet. Xiao Yu steps out, his eyes scanning the ominous facility. His order is simple, his tone deadly serious. Everyone stay alert. Something's not right here. The real hunt is about to begin. The vibe at the grain station is beyond wrong. It's a ghost town. The main gate is hanging open, not a soul in sight. No guards, no soldiers, just an eerie silence. Xiao Yu's instincts are screaming. I'll scout ahead. You follow behind. Everyone be careful. They move in and the place is a tomb. A single door creak echoes like a gunshot. Inside, the story is written in overturned furniture and dark bloodstains. There was a battle here, Xiao Yu states, the grim reality setting in. Then they hear it, a low, guttural growl from the depths of the facility. Of course, they follow the sound to a back corridor and find the source of the problem. A unit of airborne soldiers, the city's supposed reinforcements, are now a pack of zombies. It's a classic apocalypse tragedy. One of them turned and took the whole squad down from the inside. They didn't understand the virus and got careless, Xiao Yu mutters. All infected. The dead soldiers shamble to life and Xiao Yu gives the only order that matters. Spread out. Kill them. The goddess squad doesn't hesitate. Anna is first, her hands a blur as glowing playing cards slice through the air. They strike with pinpoint accuracy, followed by blasts that drop zombies where they stand. It's a symphony of destruction. Anna unleashes her red cards next, and the explosions are glorious. Zombies are blown to pieces. The system chimes are a constant soundtrack. Ding! 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 As lucky chips floods in the area. Xiao Yu is in his element, a phantom dancing between rotting hands. He spots loot on the ground, but can't grab it yet. Too bad I'll have to wait to pick that up. Then he draws his new Tang Dao. The blade sings, cutting a zombie clean in half. His thought is pure bliss. So much easier than an axe. Having a proper weapon makes such a difference. The 30% drop rate is a beautiful sight. Loot is pouring in, but the chaos of battle has its dangers. A zombie gets too close to Xiao Ran, and Han Kexin has to shout a warning. Another lunges from Han Kexin's blind spot. Anna doesn't even blink. Watch out, she yells, and a blue card flies, stunning the creature in its tracks just inches from a bite. The team rallies, finishing the threat. Kexin, Xiao Ran, are you okay? Anna asks, breathless. They reassure her, a new layer of trust forged in fire. Anna explains her hesitation. My red and yellow cards might hurt teammates. It's a valid concern when you're throwing magical explosives. But Xiao Yu is already moving on. Don't worry, let me see how lucky we are. He checks the inventory, and his mental voice drops to a whisper. Holy crap, The haul is insane, not just melee weapons. A pistol, a box of 9mm bullets, a katana. They've just hit the apocalyptic jackpot. He turns to his team, the king distributing his spoils. I have the Tong Dao and submachine gun now, so I'll just take 50 bullets. You all can split the rest. The Sigma grind set is stronger than ever. The city is falling, but his squad is rising, armed to the teeth and ready for war. Back with the loot, it's a whole team-building exercise in apocalypse etiquette. Anna, our new cardmaster, immediately defers. Shaoran and Kexin, you choose first. My skills have both attack and control, so you need weapons more than I do. Han Kexin, ever the strategist, backs her up, pushing the katana towards Shaoran. My skills are also control type, so let's prioritize your combat effectiveness. It's a beautiful display of Sigma sisterhood. Shaoran, touched, picks up the sleek katana. Thank you, Sister Kexin and Sister Anna. Xiao Yu gives a nod of approval. Nice, it's perfect for you, Shaoran. And just like that, her smile is back. Hee. If Xiao Yu says it's good, then it definitely is. The man's word is law. Han Kexin snags the pistol, her mind already racing. A pistol combined with my mental control will allow for more precise headshots. She's optimizing her build for maximum efficiency. With the armory distributed, Captain Grindset issues new orders. Alright, Kexin and Anna, you two guard the entrance. Xiaoran and I will go move the grain. The ranged duo takes up their post without hesitation. Captain will watch the door. Don't worry. Han Kexin adds a caring, if there's something we can't handle, we'll call you. You two should also rest when you can. The woman is managing morale and security simultaneously. Inside the warehouse, the scale of the task hits Xiao Ran. Mountains of grain stretch before them. So much rice. Xiao Yu, we can't possibly eat all this, right? But our boy Xiao Yu is playing 4D chess. We definitely can't finish all this grain ourselves, but with just a few of us, it'll be hard to survive in this apocalypse. He's not just thinking about a squad, he's planning a civilization. That's why we need to establish our own base. To feed hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of people, the amount of supplies needed is unimaginable. Xiao Ran, not quite grasping the dystopian math, suggests a more relaxed approach. But do we really need to work this hard? Once we establish a base, we can bring those people out to help gather supplies. A shadow crosses Xiao Yu's face. The memory of a past life starvation flashes in his eyes. Sigh. Xiaoran, you haven't experienced... Never mind. He shuts down the conversation, his voice turning hard. From now on, don't question my decisions. Now help me move the grain. Xiaoran sticks her tongue out at his back. Stupid Xiao Yu, always keeping secrets. Bleh. But he's already in his head, justifying the horde. As the apocalypse unfolds, people will definitely come to raid the warehouses, but they won't be able to consume everything immediately. Eventually it will rot anyway, so we might as well take it. And with Xiaoran's space storage, nothing spoils. The entire granary vanishes into their pocket dimension. His final thought. Right, things don't decay in the storage space. We can collect a batch and process it ourselves later. The man is building a sustainable economy from scratch. Meanwhile, at the S-City Command Center, the vibe is not great. The screens are flashing with catastrophic numbers. Thousands dead, including hundreds of soldiers. The governor is slamming his fist on the table. From yesterday to today, over 1,500 soldiers have been killed in action. The entire city is now facing imminent loss of control. He's done. The man has officially folded. I've done my best. We really can't hold it anymore. Someone, get my family to the helicopter. He orders the remaining troops to loot the city's strategic reserves, a move straight out of Xiao Yu's playbook, but for a cowardly retreat. Then comes the kicker. His aide leans in. Your daughter, Guo Xiao Shao, left without permission again this afternoon. The governor loses it. What? At a time like this, still causing trouble. Go find her and bring her back immediately. 15 minutes later, his daughter, Guo Xiao Shao, rolls up on a bike like she's just back from a casual stroll through hell. She stands before her furious father, completely unfazed. Dad, you wanted to see me. Xiao Shao, why won't you listen? You ran off again, he barks. But she doesn't even flinch. She looks him dead in the eye and delivers the moral gut punch he never saw coming. Dad, if we leave, what happens to the 800,000 citizens? Can you and I live with ourselves? Do we deserve these uniforms? The city is burning, the government is fleeing, and the governor's own daughter is calling him a coward. The collapse is complete. Back at the command center, it's a family drama at the end of the world. Governor Guo is pleading with his daughter, Guo Xiao Shao. Xiao Shao, I know you're a good officer, but you're still too young. If you can't even protect yourself, how can you protect others? It's the desperate logic of a father who knows what's coming. He points firmly toward the evac chopper. Listen to your father. Get on the plane immediately and evacuate S-City. But his daughter is built different. You all can leave if you want, she fires back. All defiance. I'm staying. As she turns to go, she delivers the final blow to his authority. Don't worry, Dad. If things truly become irreversible, I'll naturally leave. Then she places a hand on her sidearm, staring down the guards. As long as there are bullets in my gun, no one can stop me. And with that, the girl marches straight back into the apocalypse, leaving her defeated father to sigh and order his wife and son to safety. But the plot thickens instantly. A secure line rings. It's high command. and the orders are a gut punch. Hold S City at all costs. Reinforcements are coming tomorrow. The governor listens, his face turning to stone as he understands the horrifying truth. S City isn't being saved, it's being sealed. What does headquarters mean? S City is the only place in the world with contagious zombies, so no matter the cost, we can't let the infected leave the city. The plan is brutal. 30,000 troops are coming, but only 10,000 are for the city. The other 20,000, they're building a wall of steel around the perimeter, ensuring not even a dog can leave S City. The city has just been turned into a giant lab rat cage, and the governor is the head zookeeper. Meanwhile, back at the hotel suite, it's a victory lap. Cao Ran is buzzing with excitement. Wow, we emptied the grain station today. We got 15,000 tons of rice and 10,000 tons of wheat. I'm exhausted. The grind pays off. Cao Yu gives her a pat on the head. Good work, Xiaoran. Eat dinner and rest quickly. Han Kexen is already on it, heating up food in their luxury kitchen. I'll heat up the food. We need to prepare an extra portion for Anna today. The squad is running like a well-oiled machine, but our boy Xiao Yu's brain is already on the next empire-building phase. Although we have enough food, once we form our legion, we can't just sit and consume our reserves. He's planning farms, livestock, a whole sustainable ecosystem. The key issue is pigs, cattle, and sheep. We need to get some young ones in advance. Then Anna makes her move. Captain, want to try my massage technique? Our flustered king is caught off guard. Ah, sure. As she works his shoulders, he tries to stay focused on logistics, and medicine too, but his internal monologue short-circuits. Why is it so soft? Just in time, Xiaoran yells, "Dinner's ready! Everyone come eat," saving our captain from total system failure. Anna winks at him before leaving, his only thought. This is torture. The Sigma grind set is being tested by a beautiful dealer with good hands. The next day, they hit a roadblock, a heavily fortified military checkpoint. But Xiao Yu's special pass gets an instant salute. Ah, special officer. The soldier hands him a report. 5,000 reinforcements are in the city, with 25,000 more on the way. Xiao Yu's mind races. More reinforcements? This didn't happen in my previous life. Then it hits him, the butterfly effect. His actions have already changed the timeline. I understand now. S City's contagious T-virus appeared early, while other cities only have mutants, not contagious types. So headquarters views S City as the most critical disaster zone, deploying heavy forces to contain it. The stakes just went global. He's not just surviving the apocalypse, he's altering its very course. The king's moves are sending shockwaves through the chain of command. Inside the ride, Han Kexen voices the obvious concern. Cao Yu, what do we do next? Should we evacuate early? Our boy just smirks. This is exactly where he wants to be. No need. This is actually the perfect opportunity for us to fish in troubled waters. He lays out the master plan. The heavier the military presence, the better for us. The army can control the city, preventing large zombie hordes and keeping most people under lockdown. His conclusion is pure grind set logic. This way we can focus on gathering supplies without interference. The man sees a military lockdown not as a prison, but as a business opportunity. Then, boom! A distant explosion rocks the city. They look out to see a scene of pure chaos, soldiers loading civilian bodies into trucks. The reality of the death toll hits hard. Cao Ran looks horrified. So many people have died. It's terrifying. Cao Yu's response is chillingly pragmatic. You'll get used to it. The future will be even worse. He's not trying to scare her. He's just stating a fact from a timeline he's already lived. Cao Ran's thoughts drift to her own family, hiding in the countryside, a silent prayer that Cao Yu's promise to find them will be enough. Their progress is halted by a massive pileup, and of course, zombies start spilling out of the wreckage. Han Kexen's instincts kick in. Zombies! Should we turn around? But the captain is already in combat mode. No need. Just take them out. The goddess squad gets to work. Anna's cards fly with a deadly thwip, and the system chimes instantly with a new toy, a shotgun. Han Kexen's pistol barks with precise ammo-conserving headshots. Xiao Ran's katana sings through the air, a blur of lethal efficiency. When a zombie gets too close to Anna, Xiao Yu assesses the open terrain and barks orders. Kexen, Anna, spread out. Xiao Ran, stay with me. The team moves like a well-drilled unit. Anna unleashes her full power, her red cards causing satisfying explosions in the zombie crowd. But she overdoes it, clutching her head in pain from the mental strain. Han Kexen is at her side in a second. Anna, are you okay? I'm fine. Anna thinks, realizing the limitation. We can't keep using our skills. The mental drain is too much. No matter. The apocalypse requires adaptability. She immediately swaps to the newly looted shotgun, racking a shell with a satisfying CH chack. Blam! The weapon roars, clearing a path. But when the smoke clears, the loot report is disappointing. Only one lucky chip from 5 zombie kills. Anna notes internally. Not great luck this time. Even with a temporary nerf, the grind continues. The king and his goddesses adapt, overcome, and keep moving. The city is a battlefield, but for them, it's just another day at the office. The action doesn't stop. A zombie lunges and Xiao Ran's katana is a silver flash, sending its head rolling. But the apocalypse loves a cheap shot. Another one, half its body gone, claws at Han Kexen from behind. Xiao Yu doesn't even blink. A card flies from his hand like a razor-sharp dart. Kexin, watch out, he shouts. But the warning is almost unnecessary. The card strikes true, buying just enough time for Han Kexin to spin around, her eyes glowing. Freeze! Her mental charm locks the zombie in place, a perfect stationary target for Xiao Yu to cleave in two with his blade. It's a perfectly choreographed dance of death. Han Kexin finishes another with a clean pistol shot and lets out a sigh of relief. Xiao Yu checks his mental inventory. 3 chips, my luck's better this time. The man is already counting his profits mid-fight. That's how luck goes. Let's hurry and support the... But Anna is just staring at the pile of dismembered zombies at Xiao Yu's feet. Captain, you killed 8 zombies with just 1 blade. Xiao Ran chimes in, bursting with pride. I killed 2 as well. Really, I was amazing just now. Our girl is looking for a gold star. With the immediate threat cleared, it's time for the post-battle loot distribution. All right, everyone, bring out what you got. Let's distribute everything. Xiao Yu commands, the party leader dividing the spoils. The haul is solid. Han Kexin got a micro submachine gun. Xiao Yu pulled 30 shotgun shells, 100 rounds of 9mm, and a new katana. He directs the melee weapons to the others. The katana and Tang Dao. You two don't have melee weapons yet. Kexin, you choose first. Han Kexin picks the Tang Dao, appreciating its balance. Nice blade. Then Xiao Ran gets that look in her eyes. She pokes Xiao Yu. Poke. Xiao Yu, I want this big pistol. She's pointing at the micro submachine gun, deploying her ultimate weapon, the puppy dog eyes. Xiao Yu crumbles instantly. Looking at you with those puppy eyes, it's not even food. Fine, take it. The unflappable captain is powerless against his little sister's pout. Xiao Ran cheers. Wow. Xiao Yu, as he logically distributes the remaining 9mm ammo to Han Kexin, whose pistol was running low. The squad is now a walking arsenal. Just as they're about to move out, a new bike screeches to a halt. It's Guo Xiao Shao, the governor's daughter, and she's not happy to see them. How did you get out? Leave quickly. It's dangerous here. What are you standing around for? Move. But our trio doesn't move. They've seen the new threat, she hasn't. Their weapons are up, eyes locked on the approaching danger. Xiao Shao chambers around in her shotgun, finally sensing it too. It's too late. A new, faster zombie explodes from the shadows, coming straight for her. But this girl is no damsel. Fierce gunfire erupts as she stands her ground. Bam, bam, bam. 3 precise shots, 3 zombies down. She's not just official's daughter, she's a fighter. And she just walked straight into the king's territory. Xiao Xiao's shotgun blast hits the fast zombie square in the chest, sending it flying back against a guardrail. The girl has skills, but then she immediately spins around, leveling her weapon at our trio. Who are you? Where did you get those weapons? The vibe is instantly hostile. Xiao Yu stays cool. Don't be nervous. We're here on a mission. He flashes that special commissioner's ID like a get-out-of-jail-free card. The girl, Guo Xiao Shao, lowers her gun, recognition dawning. Oh, special commissioners. She introduces herself as the governor's daughter, and you can almost see the weight on her shoulders. She's not just playing soldier, she's in the thick of it. She lays out the crisis, a major outbreak in the Jingri community. Soldiers are on the way, but every second counts. I hope you commissioners can assist me, she requests. All formal duty. Xiao Yu's internal monologue is almost impressed. So you're Guo Wei's daughter. I didn't expect the high and mighty governor's daughter would personally join the fight. Quite admirable. But his actual response is pure, cold grind set. Officer Guo, I'm truly sorry, but I have an important mission and cannot assist you. He gives her the polite brush off, advising her to wait for backup before literally saying, farewell, and leaving her there. The girl doesn't beg. She just gets back on her bike and peels out, alone, already on the radio calling for a backup that isn't coming. She's determined, but the odds are stacked against her. Meanwhile, Xiao Yu is upgrading the team's ride. There are often zombies on the streets now. Sports cars aren't safe anymore. He whips out the armored vehicle from his inventory. The man is always thinking ahead. Their new destination? The hospital. Since we're passing the hospital, let's check if there are any medical supplies we can take. Of course, the place is a war zone. The sound of intense gunfire echoes from inside. Anna points it out. Captain, that's coming from inside the hospital. Xiao Yu analyzes the situation like a tactician. There must be zombies inside, quite a few of them, or the gunfire wouldn't be this intense. His order is perfectly selfish. No problem. We'll quickly sweep the pharmacy and cold storage. Ignore everything else. They move in, past a breached police barricade, and walk straight into a nightmare. A man in a suit is being overrun, a zombie latching onto his neck. He screams, begging for help. Xiao Yu moves like lightning. A single kick sends the zombie flying. When it gets up, his blade flashes and its head rolls. The system pings with a new micro submachine gun. The suited man, bleeding out, pleads for his life. Brother, save me. Please save me. I'm the CEO of Keeley Real Estate Company. I'll give you $1 million. Save me. But Xiao Yu's diagnosis is terminal. The artery's damaged. The T-virus has entered his bloodstream. He'll turn into a zombie in 10 minutes at most. His conclusion is chillingly pragmatic. There's no point saving him. Then he turns to Xiao Ran and delivers the most shocking order of the day, a true test of her apocalypse mettle. Xiao Ran, kill him. Xiao Ran's face freezes in pure horror. What? The king is forging his goddess in fire, and it's about to get brutal. Our girl Xiao Ran is facing her first real test of the apocalypse, and she's failing hard. Xiao Yu just ordered her to execute a man, a still breathing, still pleading man before he turns into a zombie. He's still human, alive, she stammers, her voice shaking. I can kill zombies, but I can't kill people. Xiao Yu's logic is as cold as the steel in his hand. He'll become a zombie soon. Killing him now or later makes no difference. Xiao Ran fires back with a desperate, practical argument. Then why don't you wait until he turns into a zombie before having me kill him? At least we could get loot then. She's not wrong, but she's missing the point. The point is the lesson. Xiao Yu's voice drops, becoming a harsh lecture from a future she hasn't seen. As the T-virus fully erupts, this will be a world of zombies and thugs. If you can't kill people, you don't deserve to be called a survivor. He spells out the brutal math of their new world. Because while you hesitate to kill, others will kill you, even for just a piece of bread. That's why team members must develop the courage to kill. His gaze is ice. This isn't a request, it's an initiation. Siren, do it now. A system prompt materializes in his vision, the ultimate threat, a button to kick her from the team. Or I'll kick you from the team. The other girls watch, understanding the gravity. Han Kexen knows this isn't just cruelty, it's necessity. Anna's mind races with the consequence. Being kicked from the team means all abilities and bonuses will disappear immediately. It's a death sentence. Torn apart, Xiao Ran looks at him, her eyes pleading. Xiao Yu. But his resolve is unbreakable. Slowly, trembling, she raises her gun, trying to mentally reframe the act. You're a zombie. I'm killing a zombie. I'm killing a zombie. I'm killing a zombie. The man begs, young lady, please don't. I'm lucky. I definitely won't become a zombie. But his body betrays him, twitching and convulsing as the virus takes hold. He's already showing signs of transformation. Xiao Yu states, his voice a whip crack. Still not doing it. With a final choked cry of anguish and resolve, Xiao Ran squeezes the trigger. The shot rings out. She stumbles away from the body, breathing heavily, in a state of shock. The deed is done. Xiao Yu approaches her, his demeanor shifting from drill instructor to something softer. He places a comforting hand on her shoulder. It's okay now. You've crossed that threshold. Well done. Xiao Ran is silent, the weight of her actions settling deep inside. She has been forged in fire, and a part of her innocence is now gone forever. As they move into the hospital, Xiao Yu quietly instructs the others. Let's not bring Xiao Ran this time. Let her rest and compose herself. Even the king knows when a soldier needs a moment. Inside, the hospital is pure chaos, a confirmed loss. They sweep the pharmacy, stuffing everything into their inventory. Looks like the hospital has collapsed. Taking some supplies won't matter. But the real chaos is deeper inside. They follow the sound of frantic gunfire and find a squad of soldiers making their last stand. Their radio crackles, calling for backup. Our ammunition is nearly depleted. Heavy casualties among team members. A soldier is bitten and goes down. Xiao Yu observes with a predator's calm. This one's about to turn. Wait to kill it. Killing now won't drop loot. The grind set never stops. One soldier tries to comfort his dying friend, Guangzi, hang in there. But the bitten man, Guangzi, knows the score. I can't make it. I know what happens when you're bitten. He makes the choice Xiao Ran couldn't. Brother, you must survive. In a final tragic act of mercy, he raises his own pistol and ends his own life before he can turn. Guangzi, his friend screams, the sound of grief echoing through the fallen hospital. The apocalypse doesn't care about your feelings. It only cares if you're hard enough to survive. And our squad is learning that lesson, one brutal step at a time. Perched on a fire escape, Xiao Yu looks down at the hospital chaos below. He's just helped a sobbing soldier who lost his friend. His thought process is pure, pragmatic grind set. If these people weren't holding S-City, I couldn't be out here looting supplies so freely. He points the soldier to safety. The fire escape is temporarily safe. You go down. The soldier, bewildered, stares at him. You are? Xiao Yu just flashes his Special Forces ID. The soldier reads it, his eyes widening. Special Forces. The title is a skeleton key in this collapsing world. Xiao Yu finds another dead soldier. A surviving comrade, wounded but standing, gives a ragged salute. Yes, sir, he's already dead. Xiao Yu states the words cold and final. The soldier's reply is heavy with grief. I know. His only request, I want to bury him. But the apocalypse doesn't do funerals. A low, guttural growl echoes from nearby. Xiao Yu's eyes narrow. Those two who were bitten earlier must have. He doesn't even need to finish the sentence. The two fallen soldiers shakily rise, their eyes now milky white. A zombie lunges. A gunshot rings out, followed by a scream. The system pings in Xiao Yu's mind. Ding. You've picked up a lucky chip, which became one box of 9mm bullets. Good. The more bullets, the better, he thinks. The grind never stops, even during a eulogy. Back with the team at a temporary safe spot, Xiao Yu announces the next phase. I'll go to the pharmacy first. You all rest and keep watch. But Xiao Ran, freshly traumatized from her earlier initiation, isn't having it. She grabs his shirt, her voice firm. I'll come with you. Xiao Yu looks her over, noting the steel returning to her eyes. All right, Xiao Ran has recovered. The king approves of her resilience. They arrive at the pharmacy, but Xiao Yu's brain is already on the next prize. Next, we should go to the cold storage, but where is it? Their answer comes screaming down the hall. A man in a doctor's coat, Dr. Chin, is fleeing for his life from a zombified nurse. Help! Help! Wrong! Stop chasing me! I'm Dr. Chin. The zombie nurse just snarls and lunges. Xiao Yu moves like a shadow. He shoves the doctor aside and in one clean motion, takes the zombie nurse's head off. It hits the floor with a heavy thud. Dr. Chin stammers, "Thank you." Xiao Yu doesn't waste a second on pleasantries. "Tell me, where's the hospital's cold storage?" Still shocked, the doctor points. On the second floor. Perfect. Xiao Yu barks orders to his squad. Kexin and Anna keep watch. Xiao Ran, come with me. Yes, Xiao Ran chirps, now pumped up and ready for action. Xiao Yu's final thought is pure looter's bliss. Can't worry about it now. Take everything. But elsewhere in the hospital, another drama is unfolding. A girl is cornered in a room. A zombified doctor banging on the door. "Dr. Liu, please leave. I have no quarrel with you. Why do you keep chasing me?" she whimpers. As the door splinters, she cries out into the darkness, her voice a desperate plea. "Someone save me, Will. The hunt for supplies continues, but in a hospital full of the dead and the dying, no corner is truly safe. The girl is having a day, cornered in a hospital room with a zombified doctor named Liu banging down the door. She's running out of options. Then she hears footsteps. Her mind races. Footsteps. Someone's coming? I heard sirens and gunfire earlier. Maybe the military has arrived. I need to get their attention. Since the zombie already knows she's there, she figures more noise can't hurt. Help! Can anyone on the second floor hear me? Save me! She screams. But the only response is Dr. Liu snarling and banging harder. Silence. No one comes. Despair starts to creep in. Why isn't anyone coming? Could it be Dr. Liu's voice is too loud? Or have they abandoned me? But this girl is a survivor. She shuts down the panic. No, I can't waste energy. I must conserve my strength. Her eyes scan the room, landing on rolls of medical bandages. A light bulb goes off. Got it. She gets to work, tying the bandages into a sturdy rope. Good, very sturdy, she mutters, approving her own MacGyver moment. She throws it out the window. Phew. Good thing it's only the second floor. She climbs down, carefully. Be careful. Can't let go. She makes it to the ground. Finally escaped. But her relief is brutally short-lived. She's an intern from out of town, alone in a lockdown city with no car and no safe place to go. What now? Where should I go? A low zombie groan in the distance answers her. Yeah, nowhere is safe. She spots a row of abandoned police cars. These cars, they're police cars, but I have no choice now. She tries the doors. Locked. Of course. I knew my luck wouldn't be that good. Then she sees it. Our team's armored vehicle just sitting there unlocked. She doesn't hesitate, leaping inside. I don't know whose vehicle this is, but sorry. If I get the chance, I'll apologize. The engine roars to life. This girl just commandeered the king's ride. Meanwhile, back in the hospital, Xiao Yu is wrapping up his looting spree. Time to go. The situation in the hospital is serious. Backup forces might arrive soon. Han Kexin and Xiao Ran confirm the order. Han Kexin reports the zombie and the trapped woman they heard earlier. Captain, at the end of that corridor, a zombie keeps banging on a door. There seems to be a woman calling for help inside, but you didn't come out, so we didn't intervene. Xiao Yu nods, approving their discipline. You two did right. This isn't peacetime anymore. No need to meddle unless necessary. But then the grind set kicks in. But since I'm out now and killing zombies drops loot, let's go kill it. It's not a rescue mission, it's a resource run. He dispatches the zombie Dr. Liu with ease. The system pings. Ding! You've picked up a lucky chip, which became Experience Orb X1. 30% drop rate is really high. Another lucky chip dropped, he notes, always counting the profits. But this is no ordinary loot. Experience Orb. Holy crap! Finally something to upgrade skills. This is a game changer. Now he faces the ultimate leader's dilemma. He looks at his three goddesses, each with a powerful but low-level skill. Han Kexin, Mental Charm LV, POS 1, and Xiao Ran, Space Storage LV POS 1. Who should get it? The king has a precious resource and a critical choice to make. The grind just leveled up. The king has a critical decision to make. That sweet experience orb is burning a hole in his pocket. His internal monologue is pure strategy. I definitely can't use it myself since I can share team members' skills, but they can't share mine. But priorities matter. Currently, we're focused on stockpiling supplies, so upgrading Xiao Ran's storage is most appropriate. The logic is flawless. He turns to Xiao Ran. Xiao Ran, crush this experience orb. She does, a soft crack echoing in the silent hall. She looks at her hands, confused. No upgrade. A system screen pops up. Anicap Radance RN skill level. 1 experience. 10-100. Xiao Yu analyzes the data. No, but it increased by 10%. It's a grind, but it's a start. He lays down the law for the whole squad. Kexin, Anna, from now on when you get experience orbs, prioritize giving them to Xiao Ran. The girls confirm without hesitation. The mission comes first. Then he remembers the damsel in distress. By the way, didn't you say there was a woman calling for help? They head to the room, but the zombie is dead and the room is empty. A rope of tied together bandages hangs from the window. This woman's quite clever. She escaped using bedsheets tied into a rope. Xiao Yu notes, almost impressed. Then he looks out the window and his blood runs cold. His armored vehicle is gone. Follow me downstairs, he barks. The team's scrambling after him. They hit the parking lot. The space is empty. Damn it, he roars. Who stole my damn car? Ran tries to calm him. Captain, don't be angry. We have other cars, right? She whispers to Kexen. Earlier, Xiao Yu thought the sports car took up too much space and didn't bring it from the hotel. Han Kexen steps forward, her face a mask of guilt. Captain, it's my fault. I'm sorry, I forgot to lock the car. She explains the chaotic sequence. The CEO jumping, the zombie, Xiao Ran's traumatic initiation. It all made her forget the keys. Anna backs her up. We can't blame Han Kexen entirely. Everyone gets careless sometimes. Xiao Yu's anger evaporates. The Sigma leader knows when to blame circumstances, not his team. Kexen, it's not your fault. He's already pivoting. It's just an armored car. We'll just grab some shared electric scooters and be careful when driving. Han Kexen is visibly relieved. Thank you, Captain. But then, the cavalry arrives. A convoy of military vehicles rolls up, reinforcements for the hospital. Xiao Yu's eyes light up. A new plan forms instantly. He strides right up to the commander, oozing authority. Hello, I have an important mission to execute. I need to requisition your vehicle immediately. The soldier checks his ID. Oh, Special Commissioner. A quick radio call to his superior, and it's done. Thank you for your service, Commissioner. Please get in. Xiao Yu turns to his stunned team, who are still processing the sheer audacity. What are you standing around for? Get in the car. Just like that, the king has upgraded. They lost an armored car but gained a full-blown military ride. The grind set is unstoppable. Cruising in their new military truck, the vibe is almost peaceful. Ran has her head out the window, the wind whipping through her hair. The wind feels so nice it's like we're cruising around. Our boy Xiao Yu is not here for a scenic drive. His eyes lock onto a shambling figure ahead. His order is pure, unadulterated apocalypse logic. There's a zombie up ahead, run it over. Han Kexen, the ultimate professional, doesn't even flinch. Got it. She stomps on the accelerator and the heavy truck plows through the zombie with a satisfying bone-crunching crash. The system pings. Ding. You picked up a lucky token. It transformed into a shield. Xiao Yu scoffs. A shield? Does anyone want it? He immediately writes it off. The shield's too bulky and reduces mobility. Let's keep it for now and see if we need it later. The man is all about DPS and speedruns. He's not building a tank. He lays out the next phase of the grind. Once we get to the seed company, we follow the usual plan. Anna and Kexen stay on guard. Xiaoran and I will go in. The girls chime in unison. Yes, sir. The system is running smoothly. Meanwhile, across town, our car thief is having a minor panic attack. She's driving the stolen armored vehicle, completely lost. Where am I even going? Zombies everywhere, no phone, and no one to talk to. Just now, a military vehicle even tried to stop me, scared me to death. Then she has a moment of clarity. The more people there are, the more dangerous it gets. I need to drive toward the suburbs. She spots a landmark, the Jinhu Hotel, built on its own artificial island. Her eyes light up. Yeah, Jinhu Hotel. There's only one bridge in and out. This place could serve as a natural barrier. But she's smart enough to know she can't just roll up to a fortified position. Wait, no, there must be soldiers guarding the bridge. She hides the car nearby, locking it up. Humph, now no one can drive it away. If I ever need to escape one day, this car will be my lifeline. She feels pretty pleased with herself. Hee, I'm so smart. Little does she know, she just parked the king's stolen property right near his front door. Back at the Southern Suburbs Command Center, the governor is finally connecting the dots. The reports are catastrophic. A soldier rushes in. Report to the governor, the granary has been robbed. All station soldiers have turned into zombies. How much grain was lost? The governor demands. The soldier's voice trembles. All of it. Completely gone. Not a single grain left. Impossible. That was our 20,000 tons of grain. Who could have moved it all without making a sound? The governor's mind races, flashing back to the slaughtered slaughterhouses and cleaned out freezers. Wait! The same thing happened at those slaughterhouses and freezer facilities. They were emptied silently. He realizes the terrifying truth. There must be a hidden force working in the shadows, and we can't even trace them. He barks orders to secure the last remaining reserves, and we can't even trace them. I refuse to believe it. Who would dare to come to the command center to steal food? He's about to find out. Our boy Xiao Yu is wrapping up a successful day. You've all worked hard today. Go home and get some rest early. We cleared out the hospital, the seed company, and the farmer's market today. Pretty good haul. He's already ticking off the checklist. The only key supplies we're still missing are fuel and young livestock. Those two are difficult to get. We can't rush it. Then he sees it. His eyes widen. There, on the side of the road, is his stolen armored car. He mutters before his voice erupts into a roar. Damn, stop the car. The hunt for the thief is on, and the trail has led right to the king's doorstep. Our crew rolls up to their hotel and can't believe their eyes. Their stolen armored car is just sitting there, parked casually right outside their front door. The audacity. Xiao Yu confirms it. It really is our missing car. They actually parked it here and locked the doors too. Damn this. Xiao Ran is fuming. How annoying. They stole our car. Parked it right outside our hotel. Are they trying to provoke us? The sheer disrespect is unreal. Han Kexen, ever the strategist, suggests a long game. If we take it back, we can't drive it. How about tomorrow we find a tracker to put in the car? Once the car moves, we can find this car thief. Xiao Ran is all for it. Good idea. We'll definitely teach him a lesson then. But our boy Xiao Yu's brain is on a higher level. Right now, gathering supplies is our priority. Some petty car thief isn't worth our focus. Still, he's not one to look a gift horse in the mouth. But if we happen to catch them by planting a tracker, that's fine too. The Sigma grind set stays focused on the main quest. Back in their suite, looking down at the growing refugee camp on the island, Xiao Yu's tactical mind is racing. With so many refugees below the hotel, if the T-virus breaks out downstairs, it'll be chaos. He plays out the nightmare scenario. If the island is swarming with zombies, we'd be surrounded the moment we step out. No chance to jump. His conclusion is final. We should leave the hotel a day or two early. Once full outbreak hits, it'll be too late. The king is already planning his next move. Down in the tents, the petty dramas of the pre-apocalypse are still playing out. One woman, Sister Tian, is trying to convince a pretty girl named Tingting to go offer herself to the men in the hotel. But Tingting isn't stupid. She sees the trap. She wants to drive me away and have the tent to herself, right? She knows a room in that hotel could easily become a gilded cage. Even if I got a room, could I leave alive? She shuts the conversation down hard. The survival games have already begun. The next day, the mission is simple. Today's mission is to sweep the shopping mall. But on the way, Xiao Yu spots a military convoy loaded with grain. His mind immediately flags the inconsistency. Wait, we already emptied the granaries. Where's this food coming from? Kexen, drive over and stop that vehicle. He gets out, flashing his special envoy badge with absolute authority. I'm the special envoy for this crisis. He questions the soldier. Where is this food being transported from? Report from the Strategic Reserve Warehouse. A massive, predatory grin spreads across Xiao Yu's face internally. Holy, I never thought about the Strategic Reserve. That place must be overflowing with resources. He gets the location and learns this is the last shipment. The command center is full. The soldier drives off, and Xiao Yu's thought process is pure, unadulterated looter's glee. You're not moving it, I'll take it. He turns to Kexen. We're not going to the mall today. The mall is small time. This is the jackpot. There's a big treasure waiting for us. Later, back at the hotel, the haul is astronomical. Xiao Ran is giddy listing it off. What did we get again? Let's see. Salt, fuel, diesel, medicine, so much. Xiao Yu justifies the heist with flawless apocalypse logic. I feel a little guilty toward the military, but the outbreak is days away. These supplies would have gone to waste anyway. It's not stealing. It's efficient resource redistribution. Just as they're basking in their success, Han Kexen reminds him of the side quest. Captain, didn't you say we'd plant a tracker yesterday? Xiao Yu snaps his fingers, his eyes lighting up. Oh right, almost forgot about that. The hunt for the cheeky car thief is back on. The king doesn't forget a slight, and he's about to teach someone a very final lesson about stealing from the wrong crew. So here's the score. The supplies are secured. The empire is under construction. But some nobody out there just made the #1 mistake. They stole from the king. The main grind continues, but now there's a personal side quest. And trust me, the thief's luck just ran out. The city's falling apart, but our crew, they're just getting started. Stay tuned. And don't forget to subscribe for more such content with this signing off for today. Guys, have fun.